All right, Miss Peterson here just for finishing touches, and that is downloading and then putting it on our viewing website called Slack. I'm going to go through all of that right now. It shouldn't be as long as the rest of them. When you're done, you're going to go up here to File, and you're going to say Export As. If you have Photoshop, you could save it as a Photoshop document. And normally in Photoshop, I always have you save as a Photoshop document first, but since we're taking this down off the internet, I haven't really looked into that. So we're going to go ahead and save it as a JPEG because that's the file form that we want. Okay, and hopefully it's going to allow us to change the name. Okay, we're going to keep it as big as possible. We're going to save it. It didn't let me change the name. So that's what you're going to do next, all right? So you're going to go into your computer and you're going to go into your downloads. So I'm going to go to my Finder, open up my downloads. It should be at the top, okay? Here's two of them. This is the one that I just finished, so that's probably the right one. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right one, okay? And what I want to do is I want to save that with the correct name, which is my first and last name, Allison Peterson, dot, and then the name. So this would be Portrait 1 or Portrait 1 Serafina, something like that, because we're going to be, you could do Portrait 1 Design. Let's do that. Portrait 1 sorry, it's late tonight. Portrait 1 Design. All right, because this first set of portraits that we're taking, we're really looking at the design, right? Now that I've saved it, it's got my correct name for it for my class. I'm going to go back online and I'm going to go back to Clever. All right, so here we are in Clever. I'm back in Mrs. Peterson's room, and I'm going to go over to this button that says Slack. And if you've been in my room before or with Miss Choice before, you know what Slack is, but every year we have to start a new room. So when you click on Slack, it's going to look like this. All right, it might not be pink. Every year I make mine a different color, so I know it's a different year. If you don't like pink, you can actually go up here and change the preferences and go down there and change the theme to a different color that you like, and that'll come up on your screen. But again, every year I try to make it a different color so that when I'm jumping from year to year, because sometimes I go back and get information, then I know when I'm in the right one. Okay, that was extra just for you, right? When you sign into Slack, all right, it's going to ask you for your first and it's going to ask you for your username. You need to put your first and last name there, and then it's going to ask for an email. You're going to put your new school email, and you're going to go. You'll have to go check that email, and the way that you do that is you go to Gmail. So you would start a new tab if you didn't already, and you would go to Google and go to a Gmail. And if it's not the right one, you'd have to change it. So this is opening up in Gmail, and I'm waiting. You would have to change it to which one is your new school email, all right? And then when you click on that, you'll probably have to say a password, all right? That will get you into your school email and you can check things. So when you get into Slack, there's a bunch of channels over here for all my classes and also for yearbook sharing, for stuff for the yearbook. So you're in ComPhoto for this assignment, and you would click on ComPhoto, and then you're going to go all the way over here to the right. This is in a message. This is to everybody in the group. I'm going to attach a file. You're going to do this 3 times, one with each of your photos that you're going to be putting on here. So I would get them all ready and do them at the same time. So I'm uploading it. I'm going to go to the one that I just renamed. I'm going to click on it. Well, you'll have portrait 2 design, portrait 3 design. You'll have 3 of them. I think you have to upload them once at a time. I can't really remember that, but you can try getting them all. So now it's uploading, right? I could have sent a message with it. I'll say, I love you and I miss you already. It has a spell check. Isn't that nice? Okay, Mrs. Peterson. Mrs. P. Right? And then when I upload it, there's the photo for everybody in the class to see your work. All right? And when we finally have all the pictures in, then we can go in and look at it as a class, whether you're at home or not. So if I were in one of my other workspaces from another year, so this is last year's, and what you'll see is that I can go up and I can see people's work, right? I can also go to their portfolio. They can make comments on each other's work. And in the past, I've written assignments on Slack as well, but I don't need to do that because now I have Google Classroom and pretty soon I'll have Canvas. So Slack will just be a place where we post our pictures, all right? So that's a lot of fun, and that's what we'll be doing. And so get ready to use Slack. And that's the end. Good night.